Bugatti just reminded the world that when a client with absolutely no budget limits asks for a bespoke car, the result can be bonkers, beautiful, and downright theatrical. Meet the Brouillard, a one-of-one hypercoupe unveiled as the inaugural creation from Bugatti's new Programme Solitaire coach-building initiative that will build only a tiny handful of fully custom commissions each year. Think of it as Bugatti offering haute couture cars, and Brouillard is the debut gan. The story behind the name is almost as theatrical as the car itself. Brouillard reportedly nods to Ettore Bugatti's favorite horse, and the finished car wears that connection like a secret signature. Swooping forms, aristocratic proportions, and detailing that feels more artisanal than factory-line. That link to heritage is important. Programme Solitaire isn't about massaging trim options, it's about rewriting the body and interior to suit a single owner's vision, with Bugatti engineering the bespoke package around the latest W16 platform. Underneath the coach-built skin sits the pinnacle of Bugatti's drivetrain engineering, the W16 quad-turbo architecture in its highest tune. Reports peg the Brouillard's output around the neighborhood of 1,578 metric horsepower. That's the kind of number that makes other hypercars blush. Routed through Bugatti's all-wheel system and DCT hardware tuned to handle absurd torque and speed. In plain terms, this is a glamorous body over a nuclear reactor of an engine, a dramatic expression of excess engineered to work. The Brouillard's presence at Monterey showing publicly at the Quail turned heads for all the right reasons. The lime green, heavily surfaced coachwork, the custom vents and wheel design, and the interior trim to the client's tastes all play like a love letter to bespoke coach building of old, updated with carbon fiber, cutting-edge tech, and modern crash structure considerations. Bugatti handled the reveal with its usual mix of hush and spectacle, a carefully choreographed debut that positioned the car as both an objet d'art and a functioning hypercar. What does this mean for buyers and collectors? Price tags for one-offs like this are intentionally opaque, but commentary across the press suggests the Brouillard-level commissions will start well into the tens of millions of dollars, and that's before options. More important than the headline, though, is what Programme Solitaire signals. Bugatti is leaning hard into ultra-exclusive personalization, offering wealthy patrons the chance to create an automotive fingerprint that no one else will ever own. For some, that exclusivity and craftsmanship justify the astronomical outlay. For others, it's the ultimate flex. If you're planning a vlog, treat this story like equal parts fashion show and engineering deep dive. Open with cinematic shots of the Brouillard's surfacing and grille, cut to close-ups of the bespoke interior details and the W16's engineering cues, then pull back and explain Programme Solitaire's significance in plain English. End by inviting debate. Would you buy a one-off hypercar to own a rolling piece of history, or would you rather spend the same money on a handful of rare classics? That split art versus artifact is exactly the conversation Bugatti designed this car to start.